Floyd! What's his name? George Floyd!
Now, those were scenes from the George Floyd riots that swept through Minneapolis back in 2020. Now, that all happened under Governor Tim Walz's watch. And now we're getting new video from that time that shows cops enforcing Waltz's 8 p.m. curfew. Listen to this, by shooting paintballs at Minneapolis residents.
Look at this. They just keep coming.
Go! Go inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get in your house now! Let's go! Light him up! Go inside now! Get in the house!
So that happened, but Governor Tim Walz says it's Republicans who need to mind their own bleeping business. Watch.
Some of us are old enough to remember when it was Republicans who were talking about freedom. In Minnesota, we respect our neighbors and their personal choices that they make. Even if we wouldn't make the same choice for ourselves, there's a golden rule. Mind your own damn business.
So mind your own business. We respect our neighbors, except it was Tim Walz who had neighbors spying on neighbors with a snitch line if you violated his COVID edicts.
Hello, you have reached the Department of Public Safety stay-at-home hotline. The information you leave is considered public information. At the tone, please leave the following information: your name, your callback number, how the stay-at-home order is being violated, and where the stay-at-home order was violated. Thank you.
Wow. Kellyanne, so Republicans, mind your own business, but snitch on your neighbors.
Yeah, well, that plus Tim Walz, mind your own business until you can't use plastic straws, use the wrong pronouns, smoke cigarettes or vapes, or go on TikTok, or want to pay reasonable property, put your kid in a different school through school choice. I mean, the list goes on and on. They are authoritarian. And Kayleigh, you and I were in the White House during COVID, and you will recall clearly governors like Gretchen Whitmer, J.B. Pritzker, Tim Walz, Michigan, Illinois, Minnesota, respectively, and others, were high on their own supply of executive power. You have your residents sheltering at home, the kids are out of school, nobody's at work, and you get to control people's access, their basic freedoms, their movement. In this case, whether or not they can walk outside their homes for some fresh air or be paintballed into submission. And they also controlled all the federal dollars that came their way. And Tim Walz has actually apologize, which he often doesn't do, for his handling of those protests and some of the COVID lockdowns. But we're not buying it. But this mind your business, they are the biggest peeping toms, political peeping toms in the world, trying to control everything we do, eat, wear, say, believe. The EU sends a note to Elon Musk to make sure there's no hate speech in an interview with. They just want mind control, and I think everybody ought to see that. So every time Tim Walz or Kamala Harris are comfy up on the dais at a podium, they say whatever the heck they want. Remember, nobody at the podium in a Democratic rally is under oath.
You know, Harris, I remember in the White House when Donald Trump said, today we are walking to the podium and we are announcing that houses of worship are essential. They will be open for Sunday worship, for Saturday synagogue. They will be open. Tim Walz, meanwhile, had the snitch line. And I was reading a transcript of some of the snitches. They were saying hundreds of people are going to gather at this church. Go target them. What a difference.
Well, and I think that he and Kamala Harris have benefited from this sort of thing. It's one of the reasons why people say they don't know much about her. I mean, and we didn't know much about him either, and apparently either did Minnesotans who voted. He loves the idea of trying to control the message, but now that message is recorded. And I would imagine a lot of people probably have on their phones because it was so offensive to be told that you couldn't go outside. By the way, is there any science that said that we could get COVID in an open-air environment like the great outdoors? I never saw it. You came on the Faulkner Focus. You said you never saw it. So not only is he willing to control minds and control behavior of voters, of people who voted for him in his own state, he actually wants to control science.
Yep.
Yeah, there was absolutely no evidence of that whatsoever, especially outdoors. And I remember thinking at the time the slogan should have said, "Stay at home unless you're going to the riots," because we're not preventing that. We're not calling it anyone. And I mean that literally. People were rioting together, not only burning buildings in Minneapolis, but also cheek to jowl when they were saying the rest of us needed to stay at home with no science to back it whatsoever. Stay-at-home orders in Minnesota, thanks to our great producers, were in place till May of 21. In Florida, you know, or in South Dakota, you could go outside and the economies thrived.
And meanwhile, Lisa Hansen, who was on with Bill Hemmer, a mother of 8, opened her business and got a 90-day prison sentence from Tim Walz. She served two-thirds of that.
Here's why it's our business, Tim Walz. Because number one, you're asking for our vote, for every American's vote. So it is indeed our business to look back at your record and see whether we're going to vote for you. And number two, because it was our federal tax dollars and our federal law enforcement resources that went to locking up people, and that in part contributed to his $250 million lost dollars under fraud in his state. He is the prime example of a governor that locked up people for not complying with regulations, right? Think about the weaponization of the regulatory agencies under his watch and others. And number two, he watched his state burn to the ground. So the people under his watch were absolutely suffering. I think it's telling, by the way, that a former federal prosecutor, Joe Trop, he's running for Congress in Minnesota. He told Fox News Digital he was the one that was prosecuting Molotov cocktail throwers, people burning down small businesses. He said, you know, all you guys on the coast, you think this guy is a gruff, folksy moderate. He said he is anything but. Listen to those who were the boots on ground in Minnesota, not Walz.
You had a COVID dictator in Tim Walz, and that's who the VP nominee is, COVID dictator, guys.
Hey, everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kayleigh McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.